Rightio. Progress equals happiness, all right? Now, if that's a true statement, in which that it is, how do we equal, or how do we get to this result, which is happiness, without progress? Because action alleviates anxiety. Now, we all know that a lot of people think that they fucking have anxiety this day and age, right? And it's somewhat, to a degree, it's fucking true. But it's usually because there is no action going towards something that is actually going to create happiness, which is progress, all right? So we need action towards what is giving us progress, which also is going to leave us with happiness, all right? And it's never the destination that gets us to fucking the happiness. It is the journey towards that fucking happiness, all right? Towards progress in a certain direction. Now, for some people, it might be just as fucking simple as having a daily routine that makes everything downhill from the start of your day, all right? So if you do fucking nothing in your day and you sit on the couch and you watch fucking TV all day and you get to the end of your day and then you're all upset because you did fucking nothing all day, then where is the happiness going to come from? There is zero progress. Well, if you have zero progress, then we've already first established that there's no fucking happiness, is there? You don't get rewarded for doing nothing. So you have to have A, something that you're trying to achieve on a day-to-day basis, and B, you need to start every day. You only get one day. There is no such thing as a week. There is no such thing as a fucking year. There is no such thing as a month. There is only today, and what are you doing today to create happiness, all right? Now, happiness is always going to be fucking different to every single individual that's out there. Some people might just want to be able to get off the fucking couch, go for a walk down the street and come back, and then that's them achieved for the day. But for some people, it might be a matter of fucking getting as many things as they possibly can done towards a certain goal, all right? So you have to define clearly what this goal is. And if it's a fitness goal, and you're not finding yourself getting any results, well, what kind of fucking progress are you making each and every day? And what actions are you taking towards this fucking goal? All right. So as I was speaking before, is about somebody that I fucking know very dear to my heart, who is constantly fucking trying to get happiness out of doing fucking no progress and zero action. That is always going to create anxiety because they know they should be doing something, but they fucking aren't doing it, and they're looking too far into the future, which is going, oh my God, the goal that I'm trying to achieve, or the feeling that I want of happiness is getting further and further away. It's like a carrot at the end of the stick. You keep running and you're never going to get it because, well, you're not even running at all because you're just fucking sitting still. It's like it's a carrot sitting still in front of you and you're trying to reach it and you can't grab it, right? So essentially, if you're putting some form of action in every single day, it's going to alleviate the anxiety. Now, what's depression? Depression is inability of any action as well, but it's also feeling bad about your fucking past, all right? So your past. There's something in your past that is plaguing you to the point in which where you cannot stop fucking thinking about it. And these are very big cycles in which that humans go through, all right? So the number one thing that I want you to understand is that essentially, if there's a timeline between here and here, right? And this is your past, and it equals depression, because you can't stop replaying old events in your head and you're living in the fucking past, and this is the future, and because you're doing no action towards your future that you wish to have, you are currently living in a state of what? Anxiety, because you're thinking too far into the future of something that is A, it may happen, or B, it's something in your head that you're believing is going to happen. So essentially what we're wanting to do is be somewhere in the middle here. What's the middle called? The middle is called present. How do we become present? Well, the best and quickest way to become present is to get into a high, excuse my fucking spelling, high frequency. What are high frequency acts? High frequency acts is action towards a specific goal, which puts us in flow state. What is flow state? Flow state is a state in which where you don't see time passing. you don't even know what the fucking time of day is. You've ever gone surfing or anything like that where you've been in the water for what seems like an hour and you get out and it's been 3 hours because you've been just concentrated on one fucking thing, which is paddling out, catching a wave, paddling out, catching a wave. You can't think about anything else when you're trying to catch a wave, all right? Not only that, high intensity workouts do the same thing. So when you're only focused on the one thing at hand, which is to do that workout, to be as best as you possibly can doing whatever workout it may be. The other thing can be something like an ice bath where you're so fucking cold that the only thing you're trying to do is stay focused on staying in there for a certain amount of time and then getting out. So it puts you in a meditative state. Now, for those of you that don't have ADHD, meditation might be something that you can do. But for me, I can't do that. I do ice baths, all right? Because it forces me to stay fucking focused on the one thing. Now, the reason why we're trying to become present is because when you're here, be where your feet are, you have the ability to be in a high frequency. But not only that, you're not in a fucking state of future anxiety and you're not in a state of depression by living in the past. So when you're present, you are right here, right now, all right? And so in that moment, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get that happiness from the past and you're trying to get that happiness from the future by looking too far into the future. But as we've already established, that progress equals happiness. So we have to have something to work towards. We have to start at the top of the hill every morning and work our way down. And as we do, the further and further we get down by limiting ourselves by instant gratification, by doing nothing. By all means, we've all done nothing before. And at the end of the day, you felt what? Like shit. So especially if you just sat and watched movies or you're hungover or you're fucking doing these low vibrational frequency things that put you in a state of depression, especially alcohol. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is essentially is that we're trying to always be in present state, and that requires high frequency acts. So when we're in high frequency acts, we cannot think our way into positive action. We can only act our way into positive thinking, all right? So remember that. The only thing that is going to get us thinking positively is action. Action towards what? We can't just go around and doing here, there, and anything. We can't just go and fucking, cleaning your house is one way of doing it. That's cool. We need to tick that off. But if you're just running around just doing aimless things, you're not getting any progress towards a goal. So when you're doing the progress by putting in the action, you're going to get happiness at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you're going to feel good when your head hits the pillow because you know you've made steps towards a certain fucking goal. Like I said, I don't care if it's fitness or if it's business or whatever it may be. But essentially, if you do fucking nothing about the situation that you have, for example, right? Somebody I know is trying to quit fucking smoking. If they are trying to quit smoking and yet they feel so fucking scared about the future of, oh my God, what's it going to be like if I do quit smoking? And then they think, oh, well, I haven't actually stopped smoking, so I feel real bad about myself. That's because you're depressed about it because you haven't put any action towards it. Now, if you write a list down of X, Y, Z, 4 things that you need to do to fucking actually get towards that end goal of quitting smoking, like i.e. read the Easy Way to Quit Smoking book. And instead of just thinking, oh, I've got to read a whole book, 3 months is going to go by anyway, regardless of whether you read a page or not. But if you just said, I'm just going to read 2 pages today, I'm going to read 3 pages tomorrow, and then I'm going to read a page the next day, and then I'm going to read 2 pages again the next day, and then I'm going to read 3 pages the next day. Next thing you know, you've gotten a whole fucking chapter down, and it's been fucking a matter of a week. But if you do nothing, if you don't do any action towards actively trying to, alleviate this pain in which that you are causing yourself through smoking, this here is going to be 0. You're going to still be here after that 7 days. So therefore, you're going to be in a state of, where the fuck are we? Anxiety, which is living in the future because you know that you're not going to achieve that goal because you haven't done anything towards it. And you're going to be depressed about that because you haven't achieved anything towards that goal. And then you're going to keep on being in that cycle. So those 7 days are going to go past and you're going to still be here, but still at step 1. So all you need to do is just to do a small amount that you know you can achieve, right? Anybody can read 1 book. I tell you what, if you buy a flat pack right now and you really wanted to put that flat pack, to put your TV on top of this fucking flat pack, whatever it is, you're going to fucking read those instructions. So don't tell me you can't read a page, all right? Nobody on the fucking planet who is able to read instructions cannot fucking read a page of a book. So if you read that 1 page, and you do it again the next day, and you do it again the next day, guess what? You're going to find yourself very close to fucking happiness because why? You're creating progress, which is caused by action, which alleviates anxiety, which doesn't cause depression. It doesn't cause anxiety, and it causes you to be present, All right, so you can put your head at the end of the day on that fucking pillow and you can feel good about yourself. So hopefully that's allowed you, once again, if you're also going to read that book, you're going to put yourself in flow state. Before you know it, once you start reading one page, next thing you know, you've written fucking 8 pages. So you went from just going in there with a goal of reading one page, which everybody will do, and then once you read that first page, you turn the page and you go, oh fuck, I might just read another one. Next thing you know, you're 8 pages down. It's what I did when I quit smoking. I read that book in 4 days. I have dyslexia. I've only read 3 books in my life. One of them is Fantastic Mr. Fox. The other one is Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I read it 3 times because I needed to do it for a book review at school. The fucking second book that I've ever read was fucking The Easy Way to Quit Smoking. After I read Easy Way to Quit Smoking and I've actually quit, I thought to myself, what the fuck else can I do? Holy shit, my mind is crazy. I can actually fucking achieve something that I didn't think that I'd ever fucking be able to do at the age of 27. So once you get that sort of fucking confidence into yourself, then you start to really believe in anything else. And once you have all of this information stored in your head, you can utilize that towards anything else that you want to achieve. So don't let anybody tell you that you're dyslexic and you can't read a book. When you have the right motivation and the right emotional motivation towards doing such a thing, anything's possible. I turned myself around from fucking wanting to bloody turn my fucking, to delete myself out of this world to the point in which where now I'm so passionate about teaching other people the same stuff that I learned to get myself out of the hellhole that I was in, that now this creates a whole passion for me. I understand all of this shit because I had to work my way through it. And I'm going to save you a whole lot of time by listening to this shit from a person that's been through it. And like I say, I'm only here to help. So if you have any other fucking questions, put them in the comment section. If not, like, comment, subscribe, do the fucking whole 9 yards, and we'll see you in the next one.